how are you friends? Well, the story we are going today is about the Golden Goose story. So without taking too much time, let's listen to the story. So without skipping, listen till the end of the story, all my friends. Once upon a time, there was a farmer who had 3 sons. The youngest son was not very bright, and his older brothers made fun of him. The farmer was getting old and decided it was time to divide his property among his sons. He gave each of them a share of the land and the animals. The oldest son received the horse, the middle son got the cow, and the youngest son got the old goose. The youngest son was very disappointed with his inheritance. He thought his brothers had received much better gifts. However, he soon realized that the goose was not an ordinary goose. It laid eggs made of pure gold. The youngest son became very rich, and his brothers were jealous. One day, the youngest son decided to share his wealth with others. He took the golden goose and started walking around the village. As he walked, he met a man who was hungry and asked him if he would like to share his bread. The man agreed, and as a reward, the youngest son gave him a golden egg. The man was very grateful and promised to help the youngest son if he ever needed it. The youngest son continued his journey and met a woman who was very cold. He gave her a warm coat and a golden egg as a reward. The woman was very grateful and promised to help the youngest son if he ever needed it. The youngest son met a group of children who were playing and gave them some sweets and a golden egg. The children were very happy and promised to help the youngest son if he ever needed it. The youngest son soon returned home and told his brothers and father what had happened. They were amazed by his kindness and generosity. However, his brothers became jealous once again and decided to steal the golden goose. The brothers waited until the youngest son was asleep and took the golden goose. However, when they tried to run away, the golden goose called out loudly, and everyone in the village woke up. The youngest son followed the noise and caught his brothers with the golden goose. The youngest son forgave his brothers and told them that they could share his wealth. However, they were too ashamed to accept his offer and left the village. The youngest son continued to share his wealth with others and lived happily ever after with the golden goose by his side. The moral of the story is that kindness and generosity can bring great rewards, and greed and jealousy will ultimately lead to unhappiness. Okay, that's the end of the story. Join us tomorrow and listen to beautiful folk story like this. Thank you to all of you watch and listen to the stories. See you again.